Most people in the Netherlands have grown up with these images. A black-faced white person who scares and entertains small children this time of the year. But Black Pete is slowly making an exit after Dutch libraries have decided to remove books with this image.
Deze boeken gaan weg vanwege
These books have to be removed because of the current discussion in our society and the new insights we have. They will now be part of our archive and be replaced with books portraying Pete in a more neutral way.
The removal of these books has led to such controversy and threats that library employees don't want to be interviewed on camera. This shows how deeply divided the Netherlands is about this disputed tradition. Increasingly, protests against Black Pete have turned violent, with supporters attacking opponents and police. ROBERTO NEFUANI was threatened after supporters of Black Pete burst into his shop and shouted racist remarks. That night his windows were smashed.
Het is duidelijk dat ik slachtoffer ben, want ja, je ziet het.
It's clear that I've become a victim, like you can see. And I have been a victim all my life with the tradition of Black Pete. I have no words. I think enough has been said. It's now time to change and people should wake up.
A recent survey shows that a majority in the Netherlands want to stick with the traditional character of Black Pete. Many also reject the compromise already used in several cities called Chimney Pete, whose face is covered with some black stains. For Walter HOMBURG, Pete has to be black.
En discriminatie, dat is het laatste wat ik wil geven
I don't want to discriminate against anyone. To me, Black Pete is a mysterious figure, not a person. It's a masquerade and not a skin color. So you can be unrecognizable on the street and children see you as a fairy tale figure.
For nearly 30 years he has transformed into Black Pete in the weeks before the Dutch Santa Claus celebration reaching its peak on December 5th. Like most supporters, he says Black Pete is not a racist tradition.
It's lack of awareness. It's lack of awareness because, yeah, white people don't get to decide what is racism. Racism is racism, and it doesn't matter what your intention are. We are not looking at intention, we are looking at the impact. You know, even though you don't mean it that way, it's about the impact. And with the best intention in the world, you can still hurt people.
No more blackface! No more blackface! No.
Due to protests he organized over recent years, songs like these about Black Pete have been changed, and a figure that was long accepted in Dutch society has now become controversial. But as long as libraries can't openly speak about removing books with Black Pete's images, opponents of Black Pete still have a long way to go. Vaessen, Jazeera, Amsterdam.